All right. Hello, everyone. How is everybody doing? Karina and I decided to pop in and do an impromptu recording. Um, we wanted to come in and update you guys because what do you know? We have a new IRS commissioner. And so we wanted to talk to you guys and just kind of update you on the change. Who's the new commissioner? What does this mean for you? What does this mean for us? What does this mean for the upcoming filing season? Those little tidbits. So we'll be here for a few minutes and just kind of update you guys and you know. If you got any questions, again, same way, leave the questions below. We will answer the questions. But for those of you who are not familiar with us, my name is Nike Togba. I'm the owner of Togba and Associates, a tax planning and advisory firm. We specialize in helping entrepreneurs and professionals solve their tax problems so they can focus on what they do best. And this is my good friend, Karina.
Hi, everyone. My name is Kerrina O'Connor, and I'm the founder and owner of Cake Financial, where we help six-figure entrepreneurs who have single-only families, where basically help resolve their IRS and tax issues so that they can run their firm through confidence. We are South Florida based, and we're virtual, so we can go ahead and help anyone in the nation and the world. So hit us up if you have any tax issues, any IRS issues, if the IRS is knocking on your door figuratively and physically.
I don't even know if they got enough people to do that anymore. Okay, I'll stop.
Well, you know. Oh, as a reminder, disclaimer, disclaimer, disclaimer. Although we are tax professionals, we are not your professionals. So everything we say is opinion based and for educational purposes only. With that being said, we can be your tax professionals. Just hit us up in the links in our bios. Thank you.
Mm.
Nikay, you go ahead and let
Oh,
us
and disclaimer, disclaimer, disclaimer. I might say some stuff. Okay.
know.
Leave it at that. But okay, you guys. So update. As of August 8th, okay. Today's what, the 28th. But as of August 8th, the new IRS commissioner, he's acting IRS commissioner is Scott, what's it? Bessent?
Yeah, I
Bessent?
think.
I'm
Yeah,
saying his name wrong. I hope Bessent.
yeah, I
That's
think
what
it's
I'm going to say. Bessent, Scott Bessent. And he has been serving as the acting commissioner since August 8th. The previous commissioner was Billy Long, who was sworn in on June 16th of 2025.
Mhm. Yeah.
Shortest.
And if you guys want more information on our concerns about that, and it's very interesting that he only spent a couple days, we're gonna link that video into this description. So you guys want more information about that.
Yeah, shortest sitting, 2 months, 2 months long. He is so I'm getting conflicting if he was the sixth or the seventh, or if Bessett is now the sixth or the seventh.
Bessett is now the seventh. He was the sixth. Billy Long.
Bessett is now the seventh. Okay. So Bessett is now the seventh.
Mhm.
Um, and so seventh person to lead.
Yep.
All these changes. So in 2025, we've got seven different IRS commissioners. We've got a new like overhaul of the tax. To me, it's like,
Yeah.
golly, you have us drinking water from a fire hydrant, right? Not only that, you have fired from what I saw. Let's see, who is this? New York Times. You fired over 25,000 people, right?
A whirlwind.
Just, I mean, so
Whirlwind.
so the first question I have is, why do you think Billy Long was removed? What do you think?
Um, I think he was removed because it's like the article said that Trump removed him, not that you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Trump removed him, the same person who um appointed him.
Mhm.
is the same person that removed him. So something happened where I feel like they didn't see eye to eye and got out of here. So that is what I think happened as to the why he got removed.
Okay,
What
okay.
do you think?
I think, well, now you know me. I think that I honestly feel like, let's see. Oh, and let's see. I really think that maybe there was something going on. First off,
Hmm.
the man wasn't qualified to begin with.
He
Okay,
wasn't from the beginning.
that's my first thought. He wasn't
Yeah.
qualified. I think something else happened behind the scenes that, um, there's I think there was something else that was about to come to light that they were like, oh, no, 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 let's go ahead and pull, because there was already so much going on with him. You
Quickly.
want to abolish the IRS to begin with before you got there. And then when he got into office, he kept doing crazy. So I saw that he kept making what to us as
Mhm.
tax preparers and professionals are like fire drill. He kept making fire drill statements, right? So
Yeah.
one of them being that the tax season was going to start a month later because he was saying what, February 16th?
February 16th.
I was like, wait, whoa, what?
Is not how it goes.
You know what I mean?
Usually it starts around end of January.
Hmm.
Like people can file before January, but they don't start processing until end of January. And then usually like the EIC stuff, they'll start processing in like for later. But he was saying like February 16th is when everything was going to start. And the IRS had to be like, mm-mm, no, actually, that's not how that it's not.
So
Yeah.
I think that, hold on, you guys. We're in the middle of a live stream, and like I said, I am not the IT. Normally, Karina is in charge of this. I don't know why, I don't. Let's see. So I want to make sure that you guys are not getting both of us because I'm realizing that it's kind of
Oh, it's
popping.
just your okay. So is it doing like a spotlight? So when I talk, does it make me big and then you
Correct.
small? And okay. So if you click on view at the top right corner of your Zoom, like kind of next to your YouTube, whatever,
Yes.
and if you change it from speaker view to gallery view, it should change it and let me know if it does.
Okay. Let's see. So I've changed it. Maybe YouTube has a lag, so we'll wait
Oh
and see.
yeah, it has like a 20-second lag, so give it a second.
Okay.
See what?
There we go. Y'all, I don't even know why. Like, oh God, y'all should have seen the issues we were having. But anyway,
Okay.
back back to the topic at hand. Okay, so I was saying, yeah, because I'm like looking at it and I'm seeing it pop back and
Oh,
forth, like, what is going on here? Okay. But anyway, okay, so the point we were trying to make before I kind of saw that it caught my eye, was why was he removed?
yes. Yeah. And you
And
said you think something happened behind the scenes where he kept messing up. Yeah,
yeah.
I think that's
And then
part.
he was doing the Friday thing. It was like, oh, you guys can leave. What was he like having them leave an hour early or leave before the day was over? You know, so I think maybe they recognized, well, I don't know, maybe they recognized that he wasn't fit for the job.
Yeah, that's probably it. I mean, yeah, it's very interesting because they're already like it's just so much. So the IRS is short-staffed. Oh, we gotta talk about that. The IRS is short-staffed. That's one. This is the
Mhm.
seventh commissioner now, Scott. Billy Long was the sixth, two. Um, he's saying that things are even starting later, giving them an hour, being for them to be able to go home early. While this sounds great, right? Like, as a employee or whatever, I'm like, oh yeah, I get to go home early.
Right.
They're already short-staffed. we're already waiting 3 hours to speak to them. And then God bless if because usually it's 7 p.m., whatever your time zone is, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., whatever your time zone is. If somebody hangs up on you at 6:50, you're not getting back in that queue.
Yeah.
There's no such thing. Like y- call it up, wrap it up, and next business day you try again. So he's doing all of these things, especially in 2 months. If he wants to change something like that, it had to be gradual and make sense. And it didn't make sense for what's going on with the IRS now. And as we saw on USA Jobs, they're hiring after they
Goodness.
after they
So,
find out.
so get this. Yeah, they're hiring, but well,
Yeah,
okay.
lots of things.
I'm gonna okay. So and I'm gonna touch on that. So I'm gonna back us up a few ticks
Yeah.
because you guys before we had our little technical difficulty. So basically, I wanna recap, okay? So basically what Kerrina and I are discussing is IRS, the new IRS acting commissioner. This guy, Mr. Scott Bessent, excuse me, I
Mm-hmm.
could be saying his name wrong, has been serving since August 8th. He is now the acting commissioner after Billy Long, who was sworn in on June 16th. Billy Long was only commissioner for 2 months, okay? He's only been on the job for 2 months. Within that time, he's made a few mistakes, claiming that the filing season would start a month later. That's one. Two, arbitrarily sending out emails telling tax, service, the service reps that they could go home early on Fridays. Um, they themselves, I mean, just in general, firing. I'm not saying that Billy Long's done this, but it's just an act. They've been firing, according to New York Times, over 25,000 people have been fired since the new president has been in office. And the question that Kerrina and I were answering initially was, why do you think he was removed? I'm saying overall, I just don't think he was qualified for the job to begin with. Clearly, with those decisions that he made, clearly he does not understand. Cannot, doesn't truly, because he has no tax experience or does not have a tax background, does not understand the gravity of these decisions that are being made because he's never had to deal with filing with individuals or having to he's not a tax preparer. He knows nothing about how it works, the timing, how you have to navigate the system, what it's like to make a call into the IRS and be on hold for 4 to 5 hours. He doesn't understand navigating a up in arms taxpayer or a highly anxious taxpayer that's trying to resolve an issue. He doesn't understand any of that. Not only that, I just thought maybe there's something they recognized that when tax season starts, if we leave this guy in the seat, and this is just my personal opinion, all hell is gonna break loose.
Mm,
That's my opinion.
I get that. I guess my question would be from the beginning, he wasn't qualified. You know what I'm saying? This is nothing new. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is nothing new. This is go check our last video. Like, this is nothing new. So I think it's beyond that. Like, yes, he's messing up and he's saying things, but he didn't even get a chance to think. 2 months. That
Mhm.
man had 2 months, and they were like, get out of here. Not they. And it says the president is the one who told him he needed to
Yeah.
go. Trump is the one who removed him. So I strongly believe, like, in addition to messing up, because
Mhm.
yeah, it's something between them two.
Oh, that's what you think.
That's what I think. Because Trump was the one who appointed him to the seat, and then had it go through the Secretary of Finance and all of that to figure out, oh, should he even be able to come in here? Did all of that just for him to start for 2 months and then, oh yeah, let me remove him. Something happened. That's what I believe. Because he wasn't qualified from before. It's not like he lied. He
But
didn't lie
but
on his
but then
resume.
but
Like
think about this. Who of the individuals that have been appointed to a lot of the positions that they have been given were qualified? I mean, so it's Trump, of
exactly. So
course.
that's why for me at least, that strengthens that strengthens my point of I don't think it had anything to do with the qualifications of not knowing tax.
Oh,
You know what I'm
gotcha,
saying? Because he didn't know
gotcha,
tax from before. So
gotcha,
that's not even he didn't know it before.
gotcha, gotcha.
Or IRS didn't even want the IRS to continue. So it
Mm,
has to be something specific.
personal,
Yeah,
maybe
personal.
something that happened. Yeah.
Something that happened. Maybe they didn't see eye to eye. Something happened. I don't know what the something is. And according to the articles, it said that they don't know either. They don't know either. And
But
they
yeah,
asked the IRS to comment, and they said no.
no comment. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. So the new acting commissioner is the Scott Bessent.
Yes.
But the thing is, he is already the current Treasury Secretary. So he
Mhm.
already has responsibilities and a title and things that he's taking care of
Right.
and things that he's in charge of.
Right. And just so
Even
like the audience knows, like the Treasury is above the IRS. So the IRS is a subset of the Treasury Department. Like, the daddy and the kid. Like if
right.
that
So now he's like,
doing both,
that that's a lot.
it is.
That's
And
a that's a lot.
we got 4 months until 2026 when the tax season starts. So it's interesting to see like will he continue to be? Will they find someone else? And then if the next person comes, they're not even gonna have time to prepare. Like they're gonna be in the thick of tax season.
So, and that's why I hate to be okay, I'm not going to say my prediction is this. I'm going to say how, okay?
Mhm.
Because here you have the seventh. Okay, but it's 2025, the explosion of craziness, the explosion of changes. I'll say that, okay? We're talking about taxes.
Yeah.
We're talking about, everyone trying to file their taxes. You've got this new bill that one, not only are we as tax preparers trying to figure out the details, because we still got questions. Like
We
we're in classes and like, but what happens if this?
if this, yes,
We're
the
like, okay, but you're
practicalities of
saying
it.
that it's this, but what
Right.
happens if this? There's always a what if, right? We've still got questions. So if we've got questions, you fired you fired, or excuse me, or some people have left on their own. I'll give them that much, right? The
Yeah, but they were pressured. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
you know,
You've gotten rid of so
like,
many people at the IRS. Some of them have been there for years. You and I both know exactly the level of knowledge, experience, how easy it is for us to navigate when you get on the phone with someone who knows what they're doing,
yeah,
right? Now you fired a lot of these people who have been there, they knew the rules, they knew the manual, they knew the code. We could converse with them. It's already difficult for us as tax preparers to get on the phone, get someone on the line, pray to God you've got someone that's knowledgeable, that you don't have to
coach.
tread lightly on their feelings because you don't want them to get offended. And then you get the, what do you call it? The courtesy
The
hang up.
courtesy hang up.
You get the or they get upset, and then that negatively impacts
Your client.
the
Yes.
taxpayer, your client that you're trying to help. So you're trying to tread lightly on emotions, and you're navigating maybe an ego who's on the line. There's
Yes.
just so much to
So,
navigate. And so if you trigger the fact that this individual on the other line does not have as much knowledge as maybe you do, or they've not been doing it as long, they may get upset,
yep.
right? They've only been on the job for 2 weeks. They don't know what you
They don't
know.
even know. They're
They
just
don't
trying.
even know the protocol.
You're on hold for half of the call. Half of the call because they're trying to figure out what you're even asking and what you're saying and how they can they're learning on the
They're
job
on the
training.
job learning. And then you're trying to, well, I don't think that's the way that
Right.
goes.
It's like,
And
no, according to
don't
the
you think that?
IRM, can you go ahead and look because in this section I can do this. We have a few. There's
Well,
a
I
few
thought I
days
was
left.
able to do so and so. You're trying to coax them into
Right.
the right place,
The
the
right
right to
answer.
go, you know. So there's that. If we're still trying to learn the new law or learn what is about to be implemented, what these changes, they don't even
Yeah,
know the old stuff. Furthermore, the new stuff.
that is so true. Because the changes are like it's not just changes in the future. Like they started, some of them started immediately. Some of them retroactively in 2025. So it is like the bill is almost 1,000 pages. And a
Okay.
large majority of it affects taxes and affects, I mean, everything affects everyone, like, but a large majority affects taxes. So
Right?
what are we gonna do? What
Then
upcoming season,
they're short-staffed.
right?
Right. Oh, and I saw this because, okay, we were talking about they fired individuals, but according to Bookins, the
Mhm.
IRS posted and then removed over 4,000 customer service job openings. So I remember I texted you maybe a week or two ago and
Yes,
was
I
like,
remember.
hey, they're hiring. Look at all these postings for jobs, within the IRS for service positions. Well, what was the point of firing the
Hiring
people?
everybody who was there and waiting. Some of them were on probationary periods. Some of them like they were getting training. Some of them were getting training. And then when they came back from training, they were gone. So we paid for training, basically. Like, training isn't free. And this is a government entity. So we paid for training just for them to be gone, only for you to put the position back out.
Mm-hmm.
And then think about it too. Who's gonna want to go to the IRS now?
Oh, girl,
Like,
it's a word.
wouldn't. Like, why would I want to work over there? It's too crazy over there. Y'all don't have your stuff together.
Right? I'll be here for 3 days and then y'all will be telling me I gotta go.
Exactly. And then I got to pick up and figure out what I'm doing. No,
Absolutely not. Yeah, it's too volatile. I'm not going. Yeah,
no, it's way too much. And it's already a high stress. Like,
it is.
understand the IRS is dealing with, like, in the previous video, I learned like Danny Warfel, the previous IRS commissioner, he said that it was the IRS is the AR for the country, the accounts receivable for the country, meaning that they want to make sure that their money is paid so that, government, blah, 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 taxes is part of the country's core and business, right? We're not going to just stop having the IRS just because.
As much as
So,
y'all think that
yeah,
someday
like just
we're
because.
gonna. I was like,
Like,
y'all really is this real a
this is
real
a big
conversation?
money making business.
What?
Money is being made, and they want to make sure they collect the money.
Exactly.
So if they want to make sure they collect the money, they want to, like,
Right.
uh, it's not just gonna be like, oh yeah, we're gonna abolish the IRS and we'll never be able to see it. No, like we actually need this
I honestly speaking, I'm saying, oh, well, what does this mean
for us.
for you talking to the audience? But to be honest with you, they're not our clients, though they are going to be impacted.
Yeah.
They are not going to be impacted to the extent that we are going to be impacted. Think
Mm.
about it. We're usually the ones on the phone. We're the buffer.
We
That's
are.
why that's why we're the power of attorney. They sign it over and say, I don't want to deal. We just said in our intros so that you don't have to deal with
Do.
it. I
Right.
take it off your hands.
Hmm.
That's what I'm here for. Give it to me and I got it under control. So basically, it's really it's
Uh, but
us.
it's everyone. I would wager that it's everyone because not everyone is able or even thinks about trying to hire a professional. A lot of people like to DIY and do things themselves, which there's nothing wrong with that. But it just sucks because if you don't know the laws and you are not going into the IRM to know the procedures of the IRM, when somebody at the IRS is telling you something that's not correct,
You
because
don't
not
even
all
know.
of them know, especially now with a wealth of knowledge being lost because they had to quickly retire or they got laid off or whatever the case is. They're telling you things that you're believing and not understanding, and it could be putting you in a worse position. Sad to say, and this is really, really sad. And this is why I forgot my point before, but like what I was saying was like money is a high stress environment, just overall, like with the IRS and the customer service, like you know what I'm saying? Like you're not
Mhm.
talking to somebody about like their McDonald's and Burger King order, of which people do get in arms about that. But now we're talking about money. They do. And like, but we're talking about money, somebody's like livelihood. And you're
Exactly.
saying, oh yeah, the payment that I made, oh, it didn't go to the right account. Or because that happens, you'll
Or
be
did go to the
surprised.
right tax year,
It doesn't go to the right tax. You'll be surprised.
right?
It happens. Or oh, they say that they didn't get it. But do you have the proof that you have and you made those payments? And when did you make the payments? And for
Exactly.
what time frame? Or they're saying how much you should owe based on your the interest and the time frame. Like all of these things are little intricacies that you as the person should know. And then you would think on the other side they should know too, but so much knowledge is being left on the
Yeah.
table. And
Got
that's
it.
the sad part because we're the ones that are getting the brunt of it. And especially now that they're talking about getting rid of TAS, like the taxpayer advocate service. Hope like I mean it's still there now. Um, but they're there to help. Like it is a free service there to help people who want to DIY and maybe can't afford anything more. Um, and they're talking about getting rid of it. They got rid of direct file. Out of here. Not doing that anymore.
I
Um,
saw there's actually a survey, and I'm going to put it out today. There's a survey I just saw. They put out an email where they're asking the public to vote on direct file because they're doing some sort of a study. Um, and maybe I just clicked on the survey to pull it up so that I could look at it later, but I hadn't gone through the questions yet. And I don't know if what they're trying to do is find out how many people use the free file, maybe, I haven't checked it, so I can't say, but I'm gonna check that survey. But yeah, and I don't know, they've actually made the decision to get rid of free file. Like,
Yeah, that's what I read. I'm gonna double check just to make sure. But like that's what I read that they got rid of it. I mean,
because
lobbyists,
that was my understanding too.
yeah, free file is gone. IRS direct file.
Yeah, that was my understanding too. I
And that,
mean,
that happened also this year, if I'm not mistaken. Like I think they're getting rid of it. Or if they haven't already, because I'm like,
yeah, no, I agree with you. And I
I
just happened to see that email from the IRS today because they say the IRS needs public input on free tax filing options. The IRS is inviting the public to provide anonymous feedback on tax prep and on a filing option survey, which will run through September 5th. The survey is being conducted as a part of the Department of Treasury and IRS's effort to fulfill a reporting requirement to Congress on the One Big Beautiful Bill Act. So basically, they want to deliver a report to Congress by October 2nd, and they're taking a survey concerning the free filing options.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, yeah, so maybe that,
So maybe they may change their minds so when they see if people are using it. But I mean, I think it's only had a good 1 year run with like advertising and stuff like that, because a lot of people didn't even know that it
that
existed,
it was available.
that
Yeah,
it's available.
it was
Um,
pushed. I was like, oh, no, no, no. Well, you should use this free file option because
and that's really
yeah.
like TurboTax and what H&R Block and whatever else that catch those DIY players that are lobbying against it as well. Like for us as tax professionals, if it's something easy, if your tax return is easy, it may be beneficial for you to have those free options.
PayPal
And it
option.
may not make sense for you to pay me. And that's okay. Like I think I we prefer to do more complex things because it just makes a little bit more sense. I don't have any issues with direct file, like or free file.
Nor do
I feel
I.
like it should be an option for everybody. If they want to do it, that they should be able to do it.
Nor do I. And it doesn't make sense because you and I, we have most tax preparers, we have, listen, honestly speaking, we have our starting rate.
Right.
And I don't even feel right. You've got one W-2. I don't feel right giving you
Yeah, it makes no
my
sense for you to pay
starting
me.
rate
Go
for one
ahead and go to
W-2.
TurboTax, go to
Go ahead.
Free File, go to H&R Block. Like you can
Exactly.
do it yourself. It's, you know,
Exactly. So, yeah, I am,
yeah.
because we're already in preparation
Mhm.
for what is to come. The continuing education classes on the one big and beautiful bill, and every one you
Yes.
take,
It's
every class you take, there's a little something different, in each
because we're
one. It's like,
interpreting it different. Like these are laws that are changing. And that haven't been there's no precedent now. Like, it's new. So it hasn't actually even I don't even think they work out the kinks. And this is one of those things where I am annoyed about. I don't think that when they're having these conversations and talks about changing tax laws, they need to have tax professionals, the CPAs, the EAs, the tax professionals that have a large wealth of knowledge in there too to see what is the impact. What is the impact?
and those agents,
And
and those agents that have been with if there are
well,
any,
if they're still
right,
there,
you know what I mean?
are they
If
still
there are
there?
any left, I mean, I used to love when I got an
Oh, yeah, somebody who, yeah, a seasoned,
seasoned,
seasoned.
thank you, a seasoned
Okay,
person on the phone, and she was like, "Well, this is Agent
exactly.
XYZ. Here's my number,"
And she
and she just,
on it.
"Here you go, girl. You need this," and then she's also she's working with me.
And it's personable, And then you get the ones like they don't want to be here. You don't want to be here. You can tell they don't want to be there. They don't even want to talk to you.
And,
They're answering like
and think
very,
about and then here's the other thing. We're I say this lovingly. You and I are a little geeky about it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Think about it because we've got a certain curiosity. We've
Yes.
got a curiosity. We like what we do. We're curious. So we're digging. We want to know more. Why is this, right? That is not the case for a lot of
Or
people.
not for an average person. The average person does not care.
Yeah,
Like, and that's the problem.
yeah,
The like people are dealing with it that don't care about the taxpayers that are on the other end. They just see it as another job, not realizing there's people attached to these numbers.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
things attached. If these things don't go in by a certain time, they could lose their livelihoods, wage garnishments,
Homes.
fees,
Oh,
home marriages. Like it goes beyond just, oh yeah, you're just paying a tax. Like there's some people who are in real deep tax issues and they need tax help. And having somebody on the phone that's not, you know what I'm saying? Not treating them like a person. That's a tough pill to swallow. Like uninterested, like, oh, I don't really care. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Tough pill to swallow.
yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, well, you guys, this was Kerrina. We just wanted to pop in and have this. I mean, we could kind of have this conversation for a little while now, and we probably will delve into this a little more. We plan on going live soon and talking a little deeper into this. We want to inform you guys about your options as far as tax professionals are concerned, since we're going into the end of the year. We're going into this, new into tax season in a few months. Want to give you guys some tips and some tricks so that you can keep yourself safe and protected and make better decisions, especially with all of these changes going on. Again, we thank you guys for hanging out with us. If you have any questions that you want to ask after the fact, go ahead and leave those questions in the chat.
Yeah.
As far as contact, you can reach me at Togba and Associates. You can reach Kerrina at Cake Financial, correct?
Yes, go ahead. Look in the link in my bio.
Hey, yes, so you can reach us there, and we will be back, next week, Friday, for Financial Fraud Fridays. So we'll talk to you guys soon. We hope you guys were able to glean some information from this. And if you've got any insight, we'd love to hear it. Okay? All
Everyone.
right. Thanks, you guys.